Hello, Gemini. Welcome to Red Flora Tarot. I'm so happy that you came by to see me today. This is a mid-May full moon in Scorpio reading. And of course, I've already shuffled the cards. I'm doing it again. It's just to kind of make sure we get lots of air between these readings. My dear Gemini, how have you been? So, as usual, this is a general reading. Please like, share, and subscribe. It's not going to always resonate with everybody. However, if it does, I'd love it if you subscribed, hit that little wiggly bell, come back to see me frequently. Thus far, this has been some great readings, my dear friends. Gemini, I have Gemini in my chart. One last shuffle. And I've had some really intense ones, quite frankly. This is going to be some intense energy coming at us. So, Gemini, take a deep breath. What do you need to hear? What will inspire you? What will give you insight, my dear Gemini? Let's see if I can't bring some of that to you. These cards are kind of sticking together today. I don't know what's going on. All right, Gemini. Oh, okay. Four of Pentacles. Oh, Gemini, Four of Pentacles. What are you holding on to, my friends, and why? What are you holding on to, Gemini? What's going on with you? You ever notice how the Four of Pentacles, he's like, this is my thing, and this is what I'm doing, and I don't want to share. But he's not, he's not like being mean about it. And if you live in a city, I live in a city, you notice the city behind him. It's probably more protection, because I don't think Geminis are terribly selfish people. It's not necessarily out of selfishness. It's probably more out of fear. You live in the city, you kind of learn to protect your stuff, right? Let's see what else is going on around. Well, okay. The High Priestess. Okay. Somebody else had the High Priestess today. Had some heavy-hitting cards coming out today for our signs. That Scorpio energy is really hitting most of us in a kind of an intense way, but it's a full moon in Scorpio. What do we expect? But my dear Gemini, the High Priestess. Okay, so she's she's a spiritual big job kind of high, major arcana card, right? She knows all the things, let me put it that way. And sitting beside the Four of Pentacles, I'm wondering if perhaps there's something that you're not really aware of, and that may be causing you to be a little more like mine than you would normally be. Because Geminis aren't super selfish people, really. Oh, Lord, okay. All right, the other side of you, the Chariot in reverse. What's going on, Gemini? What happened? Okay, so you've got what I would normally say the Chariot, the movement, moving forward, going on. You're kind of like, nope, I'm gonna dig in, and I'm gonna hold my stuff to myself, and I'm not telling anybody, and yeah, I'm not really listening to anybody or anything, and I'm just gonna sit right here and do my thing. So, Gemini, what's going on with you? Why? What happened? Something is making you feel, or that's probably not the best wording. Something has created a feeling within you that you feel a need to really withdraw and to withhold. And, that's probably a little painful, actually. Let's see what else it has to say. Wow. This is, I'm going to have to maybe really, okay. What is going on? I may have to draw clarifiers, and I haven't had to do that through all these readings, but Gemini, you got all these reversals. You know, centered of the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so you know the Nine of Pentacles is you're a happy person. You've got your garden and you're doing okay. You, my dear Gemini, are just like not sharing my pentacles, not sharing my spiritual feelings, not going anywhere, not doing anything. As a matter of fact, I don't even want to go out into my own yard right now. Okay, all right. Something's not feeling right to you. But let's get the other cards because I really, really need to see. Oh, okay. Thank God. Whew. Okay. Maybe this is exactly what you needed to do to get to the star. This full moon is totally speaking to you internally, to your soul. And it may be causing you feeling a little awkward because maybe that isn't something you normally listen to. Maybe that is something you kind of like, yeah, whatever. You may find yourself looking at things that you never looked at before. Emotions that you're having that you really kind of ignored. I mean, look at her. Her emotions are both on land and on water, and she's got her foot on both sides, so to speak. You know, she's of two worlds right now. And I don't know, Gemini, how comfortable you are with this right now. It's making you feel a little odd, right? Let's get the last card here. I want to see what it has to say. Wow, okay. Page of Pentacles. This is all about your material world, okay? And you've been so invested in your material world, it hasn't given you the answers. This has not given you the answers. The messages are not coming through materialistically. In the tangible physical world. It has not given you, and it's so you're so afraid that you're not going to get those answers that you're afraid to move. You're afraid to listen to your own spiritual side. This one, thank God for the star in this reading, because if we did not have this, I would be concerned that you're just not even listening to your own your own inner self, which is the first thing you should be listening to, and quite frankly, the only thing you should be listening to. But you're sitting in your fear right now, and you're holding yourself away from everything. The star is telling me that you can trust your inner guidance. And maybe you haven't as of late. Maybe you've kind of like just robotically went through your days at work, and it's like kiss your spouse in the morning and off you went, and came home, kissed your spouse at night and went to sleep. You know what I mean? Kind of like da 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 da, robot, do do do. You haven't really connected. You haven't been connecting. And Spirit is saying, you know what? You got a lot of emotion here that perhaps it would do you good to share. And I don't mean, you don't have to give away everything. And I'm certainly not saying put the cart before the horse. I'm saying, you know what? If you just need to have a conversation with yourself, take the time to sort of let your guard down a little bit in this full moon, in this weekend, and think about what it is you truly want, emotionally speaking, because you're having a lot of feelings you're not expressing. And maybe you have a very, very good reason for that. You've got heavy responsibilities. You've got heavy things you've been working on. And maybe that's put you in a place where you just didn't feel like you could share emotionally, spiritually with your significant others. But it's asking you that you do, okay? Asking you to let your guard down a little bit. Listen to your inner guidance, as they say, and share a little bit. Now you don't have to go spend a bunch of money to do that. You know, you can just sit down on the couch in the backyard with your friend and just talk about your, you know, feeling frustrated with your robotic days, you know, in and out, same thing, da da da, whatever it may be. You know, not feeling safe with your relationship situation, if that's what it is. But share a little bit if you can. And let's see what Abraham Hicks, the law of attraction, summarizes this reading as being for you, my dear Gemini. Let's see what it has to say. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. Okay, really can't make this stuff up, Gemini. It says, the law of attraction treats my imagination as reality. So you've been so real with yourself and stuck in your everyday tasks. You've been denying your spiritual connection. You've been denying your earthly connection. So much so that you're disconnected to your abilities, to your messages, okay? And the star is asking you to take some time. And let's see what it says. The universe, which is responding to the thoughts you are thinking, does not distinguish between a thought from your observation of some observed reality and the thought brought about by your imagination. In either case, the thought equals your point of attraction, and if you focus upon it long enough, it will become your reality. So what do you want your reality to be, Gemini? You want to go on this way? Being disconnected and robotic, day in and day out, come home, do the job, go to work, come home, do the job, go to work? Or do you want to step outside that a little bit and connect emotionally and ground yourself? Get naked. And I don't necessarily mean physically, but could be that too. Get naked with somebody. Share. You know? It looks like you kind of need to. And the universe is saying, what are you focusing on? Because that's going to become your reality. If it's all this negative sort of withhold of fear-based thinking, then that's what you're going to get. I don't think that's what you want. I think you really do want to get naked, either mentally or physically with someone, and you want to share. So Gemini, the universe is asking you, or suggesting perhaps, that you do just that. Get naked, my friend, and love that. Thank you for coming by. Have a great day.